everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 4 of the off-season series. I did not film last week because we were on a trip to Utah, but I am back this week trying to be better about filming. But today I wanted to take you guys through just like what I'm doing because I am training for a trail race. Last time I talked to you guys, I said I was doing a half marathon, the Malibu, and that's not happening anymore. I am choosing to do a trail race instead just because I started training on the roads and it does not like my legs. It was causing just a lot of like shin splints and just not fun. It was a little painful. So the only really reason I was doing it was to say I could do a half marathon and try it out, but in reality I like trails a lot better, and so I'm going to try for a 30K. This one is pretty close to our house, which is nice, so I can actually train on the trails. So that is in December, so it gives me a little bit more time to train for that. So today, it is Sunday. I am going to go out to 2 different trails. The one that I normally train on, which I do a 4-mile loop, and then I'm going to drive over to the other trail and try that one out that the actual race is going to be on. So this morning you saw I had my bone broth that I started with, and then I had some coffee, and I made this new recipe for pancakes. It was cottage cheese, egg whites, oats, pumpkin. I used my salted caramel first from Collagen, and a little bit of baking powder, and that was it. And then I just topped it with some like cinnamon apples that I put in a little skillet. Super yummy. So I had a good amount of carbs for my run, and then I'm bringing a little snack bag with me. So first and foremost, I'm bringing a Ghost. I'm bringing more energy with me for between the trails when I'm driving over. And then I just packed an RX bar and a couple fruit bars that are just fruit. So I'm going to bring those with me in case I need a little more energy. I don't know how long the second trail is going to be, to be honest. So we'll see, and we'll see how I'm feeling, because my body and legs have just been kind of like torn up the past week from a lot. I was sitting in the car driving when we were going to Utah. It was about a 12 and a half hour drive. And so hip flexors were feeling it, knees were feeling it, and then also eating foods we don't normally eat, drinking here and there, just not great for the joints. So today I finally feel a little bit better. But I'm going to take you guys on the trail with me. I might film a little bit just with my phone on the trail. I'm not going to bring the camera. It's too big. And we'll see how it goes. But I got my big water that I'm filling up, just waiting for our water to fill up. And I put electrolytes in this. I'm going to try to stay super hydrated because it is going to be hot. Right now it's 9, so hopefully I finish the first trail. Usually it takes me like 35-40 minutes for the 4 miles before it gets too hot, because that trail has absolutely no coverage from trees. I don't know about the second one, so we shall see. But I will see you guys in a little bit. Also going to show you guys this. So I already had coffee this morning, as you saw, so I already had some caffeine. So I have my Ghost for later, but I'm going to do my Enduriformance. This is a stim-free, so it's not caffeine, but it's a non-stimulant pre-workout for endurance, so it's good for running because it also has electrolytes in it too. So we're going to do a scoop of this and creatine, of course. And then we'll go ahead and get going because I've been procrastinating this morning. That mix. All right, now we're going. Alrighty guys, so we are at our first trail. There are a lot of people here. I meant to come earlier, like I wanted to come when the sun rose, but I was just moving a little slower this morning. So, yeah, there's quite a few people, but luckily this one's a pretty short one. It's just gonna be like maybe 30-35 minutes. Hopefully, just depending on how my legs are feeling. They feel pretty good today, so I'm hopeful. And then we'll head over to the other trail. For this one, I don't think I'm gonna wear my pack, because I should be fine without water, to be honest. Like, it's only 4 miles. But I will bring my fanny, which I always carry with like my phone. I always bring pepper spray with me. But yeah, so we're gonna knock this one out. Hopefully it goes well. And yeah, so here we go, number 1. Actually kind of cold up. Absolutely no tree coverage. It's gonna get warm. Little dolphins. Hanging these guys out to clear out the dead grass. So cute. Alright, let's continue. Alright, all done. So, yesterday, I started feeling like my knees have been kind of like bugging me and just like very creaky and stuff. And yesterday my right knee was feeling extra creaky and not great. Just like the joint feels like very just like dry is the best way to put it, and like achy. And the first half of this run honestly felt really good. Like, it definitely was tough. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy, but it was like good. And I don't know what happened. Like, my right knee just started like kind of aching, and I know it has to do with my IT band and just like the outer part of my calf. And it like got to the point where like the last like half mile I was walking it, and like even walking I felt like I was like partially limping because the like outside of my right knee is just like in a lot of pain. So with that being said, I am not going to go over to the other trail, which I'm actually really bummed. I was looking forward to doing a double trail run today and just getting like extra mileage under the belt. So a little bummed, but you know what? That's life. Shit happens. Excuse my language. But yeah, so I think I should just like rest it. I might ice it. I might scrape a little bit, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bummed. I really wanted to trek out the trail in Santa Monica, Agora Hills, because that's the actual like trail that the race is on. So hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday this week, I can go out there and just check it out, do a little run, depending on how my knee is feeling. So that's where we are at. You guys take care of your body, treat it right, because we only got one and injuries suck. So I'm really hoping that just kind of laying off of it today and like tomorrow it will feel better. Also too, I'm wearing my trail shoes, which have a lot more like rocky kind of tread, which is great for like if there is like kind of rough terrain. But this particular trail is pretty flat. Like, it honestly is like either like sand or just like kind of like flat rock. And so I could have worn my other shoes, which I think might have helped because these are a little heavy, and my other ones have like a little more like give and like cushion. So I think next time I run this particular trail, I'm gonna wear my other running shoes and just save these ones for like more rough terrain. But that's where we're at. And that the first half was great. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy I got out here. I did 4 miles. We got some mileage in, so not a complete bummer, but we're not gonna get to go on our other one. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna see if Brandon wants to go to Costco because we do need some things. We need more dog food too. And probably just gonna lay low the rest of the day. So sorry I can't take you guys on the next trail, but at least we saw a little bit. We saw a little tarantula friend. That's the first time we've seen a tarantula on a trail, actually. This trail and just like trails in LA do have rattlers like quite often, so I always am like on the lookout for those because they like to bathe in the sun. And last time we were at this trail with our dogs, we actually did see a baby rattler, which are more dangerous because they don't know how to unlatch if they bite you, which is not good. So always on the lookout for rattlers. But the tarantula is pretty cool. And then we had some goat friends. But anywho, we're gonna head back home, shower off, maybe lay out in the sun actually, get a little more sun, and then shower, maybe go to Costco. So I will see you guys back at home. Alrighty guys, so we are back home. We just went to Costco and got all the goods, just our normal stuff like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. I did get some flank steak. I had enough chicken, and then like spinach, dog food, a couple other things, the necessities. So right now I wanted to show you guys just kind of what I'm meal prepping for the week. So I'm doing my chicken in our rice cooker and slow cooking it. It's just super easy to throw in frozen chicken, and I'll just put it on slow cook for like 100 minutes. And after that I'll add some coconut aminos, seasoning, and use a hand mixer to shred it. So it's just very quick and easy. I just throw it in and I don't have to worry about it. And then I got flank steak, which is like the leanest cut steak you can actually get, really. The next would be like filet mignon or top sirloin, but flank steak is super lean, which I like. So I'm going to marinate it in a little bit of reduced sodium Worcestershire sauce, coconut aminos with part water, and then a chimichurri seasoning. So I'm going to do that, let it marinate, and then I think I'm going to be doing my normal chicken salads as one of my meals this week, and then flank steak with some kind of veggie and rice. I also have some butternut squash left over too. And then for dinner, bless you. For dinner, I have the mini Sonora style tortillas from Trader Joe's, which are really good. So 2 of those little tortillas is 14 grams of carbs, so it's actually really low calorie. So I'll either do those with my eggs, egg whites, a little bit of like the lean Kirkland ham, and salsa as one of my meals. And then before our workout, we always have our pre-workout oats. And then in the morning, I have my smoothie. So those are the meals I'm thinking for the week. But I'm going to cut this up, marinate it, cook it a little later, and then I'm going to have some lunch soon because it's 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to do some of the tortillas with eggs and ham. So I think that's the move. Okay, we made our food and I got my little tacos. I got avocado, lean ground beef, egg whites, some green onions, and cheese. So I use this cheese because it's less fat. And then these are the tortillas. They're super, super good. But not bad macros. So we're gonna eat this and then maybe sit in the sun. Okay, so the chicken is now done. I took it out of the cooker. It just looks like that. So I'm gonna take a hand mixer and mix it up with just a little bit of seasoning, and either I'll do a little Worcestershire sauce, a little barbecue sauce, or coconut minas. We'll see which one it's gonna be. And then I'm gonna put together some of my meal prep. I'm gonna do the flank steak, which I need to cook up. And then I have a butternut squash. Forgot I bought this at Costco, so this is what we're having with the flank steak. I baked this. And then we're also going to do, I had made a butternut squash ham lasagna a day ago. So I still have some of that left over, so that's gonna be one of my meals too. And yeah, so we're gonna put some meal prep together, and that's gonna be about it. All right, we got our meals prepped. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth for one of the meals, and our little leftovers here. So we got that. We already have the other ones in the fridge. So now we're just gonna chill because it's super hot in our house and we got a lot of cooking going on. So I'm just gonna sit on the couch and try to cool down. And then we'll have a salad for dinner and a salted caramel ninja creamy. Alrighty guys, so it is now 6:30 p.m. and I'm not gonna lie, I've just been sitting on the couch and I iced my knee and I'm really tired. And this little vlog was not what I expected it to be, but it kind of was a what I eat in the day / meal prep for the week kind of day. I was hoping to take you guys on that second trail and talk more about like what I'm going to do for the trail race, but that might be a next week thing. But tomorrow I'm definitely going to be taking the day off from running, I think, and just resting. I might get some KT tape, maybe do the ice bath, scrape. But I've just been sitting, icing my knee, working on some stuff for work, and now we're going to have our little ice cream, protein ice cream. This one is the salted caramel first form flavor, and then I just did some grass-fed 2% milk, Greek yogurt. I did use a little bit of the sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake mix, and some xanthan gum to like thicken it. Trader Joe's almond butter, and that's it. So we're going to mix this up, which I'll show you. And I also have this light chocolate whipped cream from Trader Joe's, so it's less fat than like normal whipped cream. So I'm probably gonna put that on top of this. Maybe a couple raspberries. And we're just gonna call it a night from there. Yeah, let's whip this up. Have a little treat before we go to bed. All right, so my method for making my creamies in the Ninja Creamy Maker is I'll run it under some hot water first to kind of break up the sides, and then I'll do full light. I want to make sure you do light ice cream if you're using protein powder. And I do respin once, then I add a little milk, then I respin again, break up the sides with a knife, and then I respin one more time, maybe 2 more times, just depending if it still needs to fully stir like the bottom. But I rarely do the mix-in, to be honest, unless I'm actually mixing something into it, just because sometimes I feel like it makes it kind of like isn't as thick anymore and it mixes it too much. So just respin. But that's the method I have found to work the best. Just look how creamy. You want your creamies to be creamy. Delicious. Okay, so creamy is mixed up. Now, because I'm just feeling it, I'm gonna add like 2 or 3 of these cookies. They're the Siete brand chocolate, Mexican vanilla chocolate chip, and these are so good. They're little mini cookies and they don't have like any bad ingredients. Like it's all very like paleo. And so I'm going to crumble up a couple of these. We'll just do like 3. And then I'll just mix it with my knife instead of doing like the mix in here, because it crunches up the cookies too much. And we like big chunks of cookie. It's like making your own Ben & Jerry's ice cream, but healthy and protein. Salted caramel cookie ice cream. Guilt-free. Just mix this. Bucks. And then we have our light whipped cream chocolate. They're so good. Voila. Nice little ice cream treat, low calorie, and a lot of protein. Okay, so last thing I'm going to show you guys tonight is my supplements for nighttime and my little sleepy time cocktail. So first I'll show you guys what I drink. So I always do the First Form greens, and then I have started taking glutamine again, which is really good for like your gut health, recovery, Magnesium is always the go-to for sleep health. A lot of other benefits there, but I like to do it at nighttime for sleep. And then I do add in milk thistle and dandelion, good for your liver, also metabolism, a lot of other immune benefits too. So I got my drink here all mixed up. And then I also usually add creatine as well. And then our vitamins for tonight, I already took my vitamin C. I do a teaspoon of this. I got betaine, HCl, and pepsin for protein synthesis and also helping digest protein better. Berberine, which is good for blood glucose levels, helping shuffle carbs correctly and improving like your metabolism, good for cholesterol. And then we have our vitamin D3K2, and then omega fish oil, turmeric, and glucosamine, which are good for like joint health and like recovery, aches, just all the things like that. So I doubled up on my turmeric tonight because of my knee. And then I take a probiotic by First Form, a B complex, and then iron as well. So I got all of those guys there. Forgot to show you guys my morning supplements, but these are my nighttime ones. So we're going to take these and then chill a little bit more before, there we go. Take these, relax, and then head to bed pretty soon because we wake up super early for work tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching, and next week I'll tell you guys a little bit more about like the running, the training, also my off-season bodybuilding training as well, because there's a lot going on there. And then yeah, so I will catch up with you guys next week. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Stay up to date with when I post videos. I'm trying to do once a week, sometimes it's once every 2 weeks, but we will be better about that. Alrighty guys, have a great rest of your night and week, and keep striving for I lost my words. I can't think, I'm too tired. Alrighty guys, have a great rest of your night and an awesome week, and I will see you guys next time.